Welcome back to another episode of Troubles to Paradise. If you was with me last week, I'm finna give you a little update. I got the ads up and running. So if you see me on your timeline, click that thing, go to the site, and see what I'm talking about, man. Troubles in Paradise, man, Inglorious. Hey, we finna be the hottest thing on the streets. But hey, if you can tell by the title, you know what I'm about to talk about. It's gonna be about working. What's your relationship with your job? It's a lot of people telling everybody out here, hey, don't work no 9 to 5. You a slave if you working, all this other stuff. But hey, man, I'm working a 9 to 5 and I'm on the grind still trying to get it. For real, for real. You see what's on my shirt? Inglorious, we out here, man. So I'm taking their money to do what I need to do and make my own money. And if you got that type of mindset with your job, you good. Because that's the main thing. If you see your job as your end all be all, you ain't gonna never be satisfied because a job wasn't meant to make you satisfied. A job is meant to give you a little money, satisfy whatever expenses you done made, and now you can get back up in here and let them provide the money for you to do the rest of that. So your best bet to get from out of that is to reduce your expenses a little bit, live on a little bit less, save a little bit, invest some, and then come back like, boop, I'm out of this thing. But that's easier said than done. I'm going to let you know I'm on the process. I'm on the journey of doing that right now myself. I got some money in the stock market. I'm learning real estate, and I got my business going. But the main thing you got to do is see your job as a vehicle and not the destination. If you see it as your destination, you will never be satisfied with that thing. And what's your relationship with your job? You understand? Change that. For me personally, when I first started working, I got my first job because I wanted to go to driving school. That was it. I ain't care nothing about nothing else. As long as once I got my first 2 paychecks and went to driving school, I'm like, okay, shit. Should I quit? I got what I wanted. Should I quit? But nah, I ain't quit. I stayed there and got me some shoes. I got me some clothes. I was in high school. I was just blowing my money and living like, yeah. But once it got serious, once it came to crunch time, once I had my first child, that's when I had got my first real job. Like, okay, I'm working 40 hours a week and I'm coming up here and I'm getting a paycheck and I'm going home and I'm paying bills and all this type of stuff. And once I started doing that, I still realized, okay, this not enough. I was making decent money for saying I never made no money. Shit, it was decent to me, you know what I'm saying? It was better than trying to go out there hustling and risking my life, which I knew I couldn't do because I always felt like, nah, I got a greater purpose than to just be in jail. I can't be in jail. That ain't the move for me. So yeah. So I kept my job and then I got some things out of my job. When I go outside and I look at my driveway, I got a nice car that I was able to pay for cash. Not no cash car cash, nice car cash. So I can look at that. And I didn't do that on my own. I did that with the help of my wife, and we both was working 9 to 5 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I can look at that job and like, okay, me working this job, I was able to get this. So with that in mind, I'm like, okay, that job wasn't a total waste to my life. I got something. I can still hop in that thing, whip it around, and be like, okay, this is what I got from this job. So my advice to people is find something that's okay. If you don't want to work a job, buy something big. Get something big. Get a house out of it. Get a car out of it. Not a house, yes, you have to pay your mortgage, but a car, try to pay for that thing cash. Don't leave no job paying no car note. You know what I'm saying? That was something that I didn't have to do. And then working 2 years, you could been and got your house because that's the main thing they looking at when you trying to get a house. So figure out something you can get from your job. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is try to live on less than what your job giving you. And with that money that you're saving, you can invest it. And that could be the type of money that you use to invest into business endeavors. If you want to start investing into real estate, you saying all these type of grinds that they put out on the internet that you saying, you got to save your money to be able to do those things. You got to live on a little bit less than what you making. You know what I'm saying? For you to be able to save and get up out that rat race, because that rat race ain't where you want to be. And that's my whole thing with it, man. Change your relationship with your job. What's your relationship with your job? Is it your destination? If you went to school to be a doctor or a lawyer, yes, you working may seem like it's your destination, but really the destination is to be financially free. Even doctors and lawyers, they making decent money, but I promise you they not totally happy. They happy because they have a means to do what they want to do, but shit, they may want to go out of the country and go do this and go on the trip and do that, and can't do it because they so dependent on their job. So I'm not saying if you got a job like that you like first responders, all that type of stuff in the healthcare field, and you got a real important job, yes, praise all be to you. You know what I'm saying? That may be your destination, but I'm talking to the people that's working at a warehouse, working at goddamn McDonald's or some shit, working at Walmart or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's people that's working, but they may not be totally happy. For you to be totally happy, man, change your relationship with your job and figure out how to get out of that. And once you see your job as just a vehicle to get you to where you want to be going, that's when you would be happy. Because my destination is to be an entrepreneur and to have of 3 or 4 businesses running, and I have freedom to be with my children and my wife whenever I want to be, and I don't have to keep worrying about money. That's my goal. If I get to that goal, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? It don't even take $1 million for me to get that. It takes some money though. I got to get some money, and I got to get some freedom to buy back my time. I got to get money to buy back my time, because right now, if you working, you selling your time. You selling it. You gotta stop. We gotta stop selling our time, people. Once we stop doing that, we're gonna be happy, man. So, hey, man, change your relationship with your job. See it as your vehicle and not your destination, and you'll be happy, man. All love, man. And glorious trouble in paradise. That's what we about to be, man. For real, we finna turn this troubles to paradise, and we gonna be trouble in their paradise, because they don't want to see us there. They want us to stay at the bottom. They want us to be like depending on them. No, that ain't what we about to do. That ain't what we gonna do. We finna figure this thing out. We finna get our money right, and we finna come back, and we finna buy back our freedom, man. That's what we got to do, man. Love, man. Everything I'm speaking to y'all is all out of love, man. I promise you. Hey, see y'all next episode. Troubles to Paradise. Hey, we out here.